Hokage hundreds of millions of rewards. Chapter 441-460. Chapter 441 _ State. 5 Shadow Talks. Open black lens bracket Doden, Earth style, super weighted boulder jutsu close black lens bracket. Needless to say, this technique is the opposite of open black lens bracket Doden, Earth style, super lightweight rock technique close black lens bracket. As for open black lens bracket Jinten, particle style, detachment of the primitive world technique close black lens bracket. It is an upgraded version of open black lens bracket Jinten, particle style, split detachment of the primitive world technique close black lens bracket. When used, not only does the range of the spell expand, but its power also increases. Moreover, there is also a persistent effect. Ability and open black lens bracket split detachment of the primitive world technique close black lens bracket. At a glance, touching any object will cause any object to be decomposed into a molecular state. Because, molecules. It is a particle that cannot be seen by the naked eye. Therefore, in the eyes of others, people who have performed this technique seem to have turned into nothingness and vanished into ashes. But in fact, this is not the final version of open black lens bracket Jinten, particle style close black lens bracket. Because, molecular state. Not a limit, it can also be divided into atomic states. Second generation Tsuchikage no only created and perfected this technique, but did not develop it to ultimate. As for open black lens bracket 3 generations Tsuchikagenoki close black lens bracket. Although he tried in this direction, but the result was still unsuccessful. Although he upgraded open black lens bracket Jinten, particle style close black lens bracket, the upgrade is only its function, not its essence. And he wanta, but he doesn't have enough talent. Speaking of second generation Tsuchikage no, he also has an ninjutsu that Onoki hasn't learned, or that he hasn't had time to learn, a super practical ninjutsu technique. That is the splitting technique. This technique divides the body into 2 parts, and also divides the chakrapan in the body into 2 parts. Seems to be very similar to shadow clone technique, but there is an essential difference. That is, the split clones are all entities. Exclamation mark. This technique can play a significant role in combat and escape, especially the latter. Although this technique is against the sky, it also has a drawback. Due to the fact that his own chakra is shared, the guide has declined, so that Wu cannot use powerful ninjutsu in a split state. Open black lens bracket Nun close black lens bracket with infinite chakra after open black lens bracket Impure world reincarnation close black lens bracket cannot use open black lens bracket Jinten, particle style close black lens bracket during the 4th War of Ninja World. Using the shadow clone technique, although the pull is evenly divided, as long as the Tao is replenished, you can still use a powerful technique. The upper limit of chakra he can have is the same as his body. But the physical clone, that uses splitting technique. But it is different, he divided everything in the body into 2. Moreover, it can only be used once. The reason is very simple, the cells in a human body are limited, and it is the limit to be able to separate half. If there was no ninjutsu blessing, he would have died long ago. Of course, as long as the body returns to normal after a long period of cultivation, it can be used again. However, say it again. This second generation Tsuchikage no is indeed a bit capable, but he is the man who fought with Uchiha Madara. Open black lens bracket 5 kingdoms close black lens bracket in the early days of the founding of the country. Open black lens bracket no close black lens bracket once led his disciple open black lens bracket Onoki close black lens bracket to go to Konoha for diplomacy. As a result, he met Uchiha Madara, and Madara rejected the alliance between open black lens bracket Iwagakure close black lens bracket and open black lens bracket Konoha close black lens bracket. Moreover, both Wu and Onoki were seriously injured. If it wasn't for the mercy of open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara close black lens bracket, I'm afraid they would have a chance to become the later open black lens bracket second generation Tsuchikage close black lens bracket and open black lens bracket third generation Tsuchikage close black lens bracket. This is the first time for open black lens bracket no close black lens bracket to go to open black lens bracket Konoha close black lens bracket, but did not see open black lens bracket original Hokage Senju Hashirama close black lens bracket. Later, in order to solve the problem of tailed beasts, open black lens bracket Senju Hashirama close black lens bracket invited open black lens bracket Tsuchikage Ishikawa, the first generation of Iwagakure village of the land of earth close black lens bracket and the four shadows of the other four countries. First Five Shadows Conference, unprecedented in history. History called Five Shadow Talks. During the period, open black lens bracket second Tsuchikage no close black lens bracket served as the guard of open black lens bracket first Tsuchikage Ishikawa close black lens bracket. This is the second time for the former to go to open black lens bracket Konoha close black lens bracket. In the meeting, open black lens bracket first Hokage Senju Hashirama close black lens bracket following the suggestion of his younger brother open black lens bracket Senju Tobarama close black lens bracket to exchange money for the tail beast. The 9 tailed beasts were evenly distributed to the 5 countries. Also therefore, 5 kingdoms. The first peace agreement in the ninja world was concluded, and comprehensive peace was achieved on this land for the first time. But this peace has a time limit, and that is Hashirama's lifespan. Once Hashirama dies, all countries will have no scruples, which is also the root of the first ninja war. Chapter 442 _ The second man admired by the ninja world. Soon after the first ninja war broke out, open black lens bracket first generation Tsuchikage Shihei close black lens bracket passed away, and open black lens bracket Wu close black lens bracket succeeded open black lens bracket second generation Tsuchikage close black lens bracket. The era of the second generation Tsuchikage. Open black lens bracket Iwagakure village close black lens bracket relying on getting open black lens bracket 4 tails close black lens bracket and open black lens bracket 5 tails close black lens bracket, the defense of the village was consolidated. On the other hand, in order to expand the territory of the village, they also raised the idea of competing for the tailed beasts of other villages. Because of the death of the first Hokage Senju Hashirama, the peace agreement signed between the 5 kingdoms began to gradually disintegrate. The first generation shadows of the remaining 4 kingdoms were replaced one after another because of death in battle, old age, or other reasons, and became the second generation shadows. The news of the death of Senju Hashirama, the 4 shadows of the countries all turned their attention to Konoha. They took advantage of the fact that the Konoha was headless, and they scrambled to organize a large number of ninjas to invade Konoha, intending to take down the once most powerful ninja village in one fell swoop. However, they all ended up being defeated by the second generation Hokage, also known as Senju Tobarama. In response, the disadvantaged Shikoku fled back to their respective ninja villages. After that, the endless battle in the ninja world gradually disappeared. The first time was because of open black lens bracket Senju Hashirama close black lens bracket and the second time was because of open black lens bracket Senju Tobarama close black lens bracket. The latter's strength may not be as good as the latter, but open black lens bracket Senju Tobarama close black lens bracket leadership and political skills are far superior to his brothers. Also therefore, they know that open black lens bracket Senju Tobarama close black lens bracket is not a fuel-efficient lamp. They will dispel the idea of aggression. This is open black lens bracket Senju Tobarama close black lens bracket with strength, force. Ushered in a 20-year period of peaceful development for the ninja world again, and it can be said that he is the second man to wear after his brother Senju Hashirama. And the 4 shadows of each country absorb the teachings of failure. Draw a scoop according to the gourd. The political skills of second-generation Hokage Senju Tobarama, they established ninja schools in their respective ninja villages. And system. In open black lens bracket none close black lens bracket open black lens bracket second-generation Tsuchikage. He imitated open black lens bracket Senju Tobarama close black lens bracket to establish open black lens bracket Iwagakure ninja school close black lens bracket in order to inherit Will of Stone. made a huge contribution to the development of Iwagakure village. In this way, the Will of Stone passed to all members of open black lens bracket Iwagakure village close black lens bracket, deeply influenced the whole Iwagakure. The growth and development of future generations. However, 20 years later, the Shikoku started a war again after strengthening their national strength. This time, the war turned into a local battle. After strengthening the national strength, the Kumogakure village, the country of thunder, desperately invested more than 1,000 ninjas to attack Konoha and Kurigakure, with Iwagakure originally intended to take advantage of Kumogakure attack Konoha. Robbed at times, but the two sides were robbed of Konoha. A dispute arose over the fighting items, and a big fight broke out. On the battlefield, second generation Tsuchikage no and second generation Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon, two people with shadow. The name of the two perished together in this war, and the two agreed that each other was their best opponent. Although they all have regrets, they can only scribble the curtain. No, after death. Its disciple open black lens bracket Onoki close black lens bracket inherited the Tsuchikage. The name became the third generation Tsuchikage of Iwagakure village of the land of earth. Although he is now in his 70s, nearly 80. But still serving as Tsuchikage. Name shows its good strength and super prestige. It is reasonable for people like Kakashi and Asuma to think that open black lens bracket Jinten particle style close black lens bracket was created by open black lens bracket second generation Tsuchikage no close black lens bracket, because they are not people of that era. They didn't know, but there were two people present who knew very well. One is Shiyu, the other is the 90-year-old Koke. Feilu reminds you, there are 3 things to study when reading. Chapter 443 Kakuzu's Plan. The granddaughter of 3 generations of Tsuchikage. After Kakashi and the others talked, Naruto suddenly asked a question that everyone was very curious about. I saw Naruto's eyes locked on Shiyu for a while, and asked without thinking. Shiyu, your open black lens bracket Jinten particle style close black lens bracket is learned from open black lens bracket third generation Tsuchikage close black lens bracket. At this moment, not only Kakashi and others are very curious, but even the opposite corner is also like this. Reason why he didn't do it for a long time was because he wanted to get to know Tokyo better through the conversations of Kakashi and others. No way. Shiyu's displayed strength had already put a lot of pressure on him, forcing him to be cautious. Now that Hidan has been killed, he must be more vigilant. Otherwise, he estimated that he would have to explain it here today. Not only that, but there was even a thought in his mind, that is, retreat. However, this is his last plan. After all, after he learned the secret art of resentment, he never retreated because of cowardice. But today is different from the past. Shiyu's evildoer made him have to weigh it. As the saying goes, leave the green hills, don't be afraid of burning, don't worry about burning wood. The ninjutsu and blood stain limit that Tokyo showed earlier are still within his acceptable range, but the threat of Jinten particle style is too great. Even an undead body, like Hidan's. They were all killed by one move, even if the latter was unknowingly. But Shiyu master open black lens bracket Jinten particle style close black lens bracket is an indisputable fact. Zhao, it's all conceded, but he's not stupid. Once he is affected by open black lens bracket Jinten particle style close black lens bracket, it will be ashes as Hidan, and it will melt into all things in nature. So if he finds out that something is wrong later, it is estimated that he will flee immediately. As for why he didn't leave now, it was because he wanted to make sure that Shiyu still had the energy to perform such a powerful ninjutsu. If not, he at least still had the power of a fight. Also, he also wanted to know how Shiyu learned how open black lens bracket Jinten particle style close black lens bracket is a master like open black lens bracket Kekkei Genkai close black lens bracket and what secrets are there in it. If he can know some information, from if the latter gets something, then his strength will definitely be able to go further. Curiosity can drive a person to death, and the treasures that defy the sky are even more enticing. This is the reason why Kaku, none of them ran away directly. To Naruto's question, Tokiyu's answer was half-truth. It can only be said that it was inspired by a person. One person inspired. Shikamaru muttered, and couldn't help but ask, have you ever seen 3 generations of Tsuchikage? No. Shiyu's denial made everyone extremely suspicious. Today, there is only one Tsuchikagenoki in the Jinten particle style in the ninja world. Shiyu was not inspired by him to learn this technique, so who could it be? Close black lens bracket. Just when everyone was puzzled by this, Shiyu's voice sounded again. Although I didn't see Tsuchikage 3 generations, I saw his granddaughter. When Shiyu said this, everyone was surprised. The granddaughter of open black lens bracket 3 Tsuchikage close black lens bracket, named open black lens bracket Kuretsuchi close black lens bracket. She is the elite Jonin of open black lens bracket Iwagakure village close black lens bracket, and she is a beautiful ninja who combines strength and beauty. Especially the pair of long legs, amazing. Moreover, she still has a kind of blood stain limit as a master. After the Fourth World War of the ninja world, she succeeded her grandfather open black lens bracket Onoki close black lens bracket as open black lens bracket 4th generation Tsuchikage close black lens bracket, with leg shadow. Called father is open black lens bracket Lois close black lens bracket, and the brothers are open black lens bracket Terracotta close black lens bracket and open black lens bracket Deidara close black lens bracket. No one thought that Shiyu would be in such a situation, but they just don't know whether it was a chance encounter or a fateful encounter. The answer is to wait for Shiyu to reveal Akatsuki for them. Chapter 444 Jonin's promotion method. No multiple choice questions. Although I didn't see Tsuchikage 3 generations, I saw his granddaughter. Hearing Shiyu's words, a beautiful image appeared in Kakashi's mind. Shiyu, what you said is open black lens bracket Kuretsuchi close black lens bracket. Oh, Kakashi-sensei, you know her too. Kakashi nodded, then said, I saw her once when I was on a mission to Iwagakure village, and she seemed to have just become a genin at that time. Because she is the granddaughter of 3rd generation Tsuchikage, I paid more attention. Kakashi is worthy of being an elite jonin. No matter his strength or ability in all aspects, he is extremely excellent. Throughout Konoha, Jonin with the strongest comprehensive ability is Kakashi. Kakashi-sensei. When I met him a year ago, the latter was already Jonin. Kakashi, who heard this, was also slightly surprised. He didn't expect open black lens bracket Kuretsuchi close black lens bracket to be so good. It has only been 6 years since he met open black lens bracket Kuretsuchi close black lens bracket, but the latter was able to be promoted to Jonin in this short 6 years. This kind of talent is really rare. After all, today is not the war years they live in. Must complete 6 years of studies at the ninja school before graduation is allowed, and only after passing the assessment at the age of 12 can you be officially awarded the title of genin, and awarded the ninja protector. To become open black lens bracket Chunin close black lens bracket, but if you want to become open black lens bracket Jonin close black lens bracket, the difference between them is not 1.5 stars. In addition to its own strength is strong enough, accumulated enough merits. In other words, there are many tasks to perform. When your contribution to the village reaches one value, you can be shadowed by the village. Awarded the title of open black lens bracket Jonin close black lens bracket. These are all ninja villages. Open black lens bracket 2nd generation Hokage close black lens bracket. It can be seen from this point that open black lens bracket Senju Tobarama close black lens bracket can become the second man admired by the ninja world for no reason. Although this open black lens bracket Kurathashi close black lens bracket is only 2 years older than Shiyu and his group of students, it is enough to show her extraordinary strength. Otherwise, it would be impossible to become a Jonin in just 6 short years. That's how Neji became a Jonin. Yes, as for the others, their strength is still slightly lacking. And Shiyu, there is only one reason. That's lazy! Exclamation mark. Jonin has not only many tasks to perform, but also more difficult. Level at every turn. Although it's nothing to Shiyu, it's just a waste of time. Jonin is at ease, every time the characters are basically playing in the mountains and waters. So that in the past 2 years, Shiyu has been to many places, and naturally he has learned some unknown secrets. For example, Cthulhu sect, underground exchange, etc. As for what he said about waiting for Naruto and Sasuke to be assessed together, it was nothing more than an excuse he used to promote Jonin. After all, Jonin has to help the village deal with some trivial things in addition to performing the tasks of level. It may be time to send you a few newly graduated brats to guide you, which is undoubtedly the most troublesome thing. Now Shiyu doesn't have this spare time, and his little brothers haven't done it yet. Also, Konohamaru, this little devil, still has to entangle him from time to time. Besides, he still has to work hard to pick those mature flowers. Not to mention that there are several of them in Konoha village, and he doesn't want to let them go outside. Now that this idea has been moved, it is natural to do all of them. If you want to do it, you can't just do one. Only elementary school students can choose, and Shiyu naturally wants all of them. You need to study 3 things. Chapter 445 Mokuden, Wood Style. Yoden, Lava Style. Immortals Exiled. When I met him a year ago, the latter was already Jonin. Words, Kakashi also praised. As expected of the granddaughter of 3rd generation Tsuchikage. Oh, yes. Shiyu, you just said that you learned Jinten particle style because you were inspired by that open black lens bracket Kuritsuchi close black lens bracket. Also nodded to Kakashi's question. While we were chatting, she mentioned that her grandfather would know Jinten particle style, and that's how I learned about blood G elimination. After returning from that mission, I tried to combine the 3 attributes of wind, earth, and fire chakra. I didn't expect that it would become a practice. When Shiyu said this, everyone was instantly dumbfounded. This is what it means to speak human language, so just practice and practice. If you are not born with Kekkei Genkei, or blood successor elimination, you can only comprehend it by yourself. Therefore, the premise of combining 2 or more chakra attributes is to have sufficient control over their nature transformation. Master their nature transformation to ultimate, but they must also be consummate. Otherwise, it is absolutely impossible for you to create open black lens bracket Kekkei Genkei close black lens bracket. Of course, this is only a must-have advance. In the end everything is due to your talent and luck. Some people are able to create a Kekkei Genkei that does have a bit of luck, that he hits that balance by chance, or because of something. Therefore, the sex of the 2 attributes of chakra is perfectly mixed together to create my own Kekkei Genkei. And this is also one of the shocks of Kakashi and others. Because of the fusion of 2 or more types of chakras, the Kekkei Genkei created by the fusion is not fixed, but there may be different ninjutsu. Just like the 1st generation Mokuden wood style of Hokage Senju Hashirama and Yoden lava style of 5 generations Mizukage Terumi Mei, both of these Kekkei Genkei have water and earth. A fusion of these 2 chakras. Open black lens bracket Kekkei Genkei close black lens bracket as such. Open black lens bracket blood continuing elimination close black lens bracket is no exception. But Shiyu can copy the previously unseen open black lens bracket Jinten particle style close black lens bracket with just a brief introduction of open black lens bracket Kuritsuchi close black lens bracket. This feat is undoubtedly a shocking miracle. Such talent, it is hard not to be shocked. Naruto, Kakashi, Yamato 3 are not bad, because they know Toki has pervert. No matter what kind of incredible things Shiyu did, they would gladly accept them after being shocked. 3 of them can, but Shikamaru, Asuma and others can't. Even the corners standing opposite them. It is the same. Obviously this time Yu's talent has exceeded his expectations. Spending decades, a kind of open black lens bracket Kekkei Genkai close black lens bracket is not found. But Shiyu used 3 Kekkei Genkai all at once, but there is still a master who surpassed it, blood continent elimination. This is not the key. The key is that Shiyu's learning of such a strong ninjutsu seems to be easy in Shiyu's eyes, and he wants to learn it. He did things that others could not do in their entire lives. At this moment, he finally understood one sentence: people are more mad than people. No comparison, there is no harm. At this time, he deeply understands this sentence, which makes the pride in his heart wilt all of a sudden. Indeed, Kakashi had a similar idea back then. They have seen too many geniuses, even those who are better than them are within the acceptable range. But the Shiyu in front of them is completely beyond this category. It seems that the person standing in front of them is not a person, but an immortal. Exclamation mark. To see the underlined version of the novel. Chapter 446 The Otsutsuki Clan. The Power of Blood. As if standing in front of them is not a person, but a fairy. Exclamation mark. That's why Kakashi thinks more and more that Tokiyu might be the reincarnation of Six Paths Immortal. There is a reason for the creation of an idea. There will be no rumors, and rumors will not come true. At this moment, Shikamaru, Asuma and the others looked at Shiyu as if they were looking at a monster. Through previous battles, they knew that Shiyu's talent was very pervert. But I didn't expect that pervert would have reached such a level that even the legendary, blood-continuing elimination, that only a few people can master can't beat him. These things alone made them so shocked. If they knew that Shiyu had created a unique, sage mode, that belongs to human beings in 7 days, I don't know what kind of expression they would show. Moreover, Tokiyu and the others only showed ninjutsu Kekkei Genkai in front of them. Hitamitsu type and demonic illusion type are still used. Even Kakashi, Naruto, Yamato 3, they only know that Tokiha has Sharingan. Demonic illusion type Kekkei Genkai, and Byakugan they don't know yet. At the same time, there are many kinds of ninjutsu Kekkei Genkai that everyone can accept. After all, this kind of ninjutsu can be done as long as your talent is enough to be evil. But open black lens bracket Kekkei Genkai close black lens bracket that is, blood inheritance. Exclamation mark. If it is not born with the opening of the Fujitsu bloodline, in the body, it will only be transplanted the day after tomorrow. Just like Kakashi and Danzo. Although there are 2 kinds, the 2 are easy to distinguish. The former eyes can be in, normal, and, pupil status. Switch between them, but the latter doesn't work. There are also saying that open black lens bracket Rinnegan close black lens bracket cannot be closed, which is one of the sayings. Open black lens bracket Rinnegan close black lens bracket is open black lens bracket Otsutsuki a power. It is born out of open black lens bracket reincarnation blood wheel I close black lens bracket. In other words, if you want to awaken this power, you must have the bloodline of the open black lens bracket Otsutsuki clan close black lens bracket. Therefore, if you want to make open black lens bracket Rinnegan close black lens bracket normal, you must master the power of the master open black lens bracket Otsutsuki clan close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Nagato close black lens bracket Y can't close open black lens bracket Rinnegan close black lens bracket, because his eyes are transplanted. Therefore, it cannot be switched back to normal, and its power cannot be exerted to the ultimate, and even the body cannot bear the load of open black lens bracket Rinnegan close black lens bracket. If he hadn't belonged to the Uzumaki clan and possessed the thin Asura bloodline, he would not be able to control this pupil technique at all. Secondly, Uchiha Madara is gradually transformed to Rinnegan after being impure world reincarnation. If open black lens bracket Rinnegan close black lens bracket can't be switched, Then open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara close black lens bracket should be open black lens bracket Rinnegan close black lens bracket form after being open black lens bracket impure world reincarnation close black lens bracket, not normal eyes. In the end, it was Sasuke. Logically, he has Asura bloodline and half of the power of 6 paths immortal, so he should be able to switch Rinnegan freely. But he couldn't do it. This is why the answer is actually very simple. 6 paths immortal gave Sasuke only yin power, which is half of his own power. But this is only chakra after all, not blood power. Rinnegan can be awakened forcibly through strength, and then release ninjutsu through its own chakra, but without blood power it cannot be switched freely. Open black lens bracket Madara close black lens bracket can do it because he transplanted open black lens bracket Hashirama cells close black lens bracket into his body. After years of precipitation, the pure blood power of the Otsutsuki clan was finally born in the body. This is also the reason why open black lens bracket Madara close black lens bracket awakens open black lens bracket Rinnegan close black lens bracket in old age. Although Sasuke was also implanted with some Hashirama cells by Kabuto, the time was short, and naturally it was not enough for him to give birth to blood power that could switch the power of Rinnegan. After all, he was forcibly awakened by the power of 6 paths immortal. Otherwise, I don't know when I will wake up. Chapter 447 _ The power of yin and yang. 7. Attributes. A person has a pupil. It's already rare. As for the 2, everyone has never heard of it. Even the horns who have lived for more than 90 years. They are all the same, and whether there is a long history, they don't know. At present, Shiyu has only 2 pupil techniques. It is estimated that there will be 3 kinds in the near future, or it will become 1. Since open black lens bracket Sharingan close black lens bracket and open black lens bracket Rinnegan close black lens bracket can be fused, then is there any connection between open black lens bracket Byakugan close black lens bracket and the 2? Could these 3 be derived from the same, ultimate eye technique? The answer to everything is that only Ishiba possesses the blood power of Rinnegan the Master's pure Otsutsuki clan. Will be known to Akatsuki later. After some astonishment, Gangziti on the side suddenly thought of something and hurriedly asked, Shiyu, do you know that nature transformation of lightning attribute? Gangziti's voice just fell, and before Tokyo could answer, Kamizuki Izumo, who was beside him, was puzzled. Zitai, why are you suddenly asking this? Senior Izumo, Senior Ziti should want to know if Shiyu is a master with full attribute chakra. Shikamaru spoke first. Gangziti nodded, and then said, Master Shiyu has 3 types of blood stain limit, and 1 blood elimination. Open black lens bracket Jiden magnet style close black lens bracket is open black lens bracket wind close black lens bracket and open black lens bracket soil close black lens bracket. Ice shield is wind and water. Open black lens bracket Shikuden scorch style close black lens bracket is open black lens bracket wind close black lens bracket and open black lens bracket fire close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Jinten particle style close black lens bracket is open black lens bracket wind close black lens bracket, open black lens bracket fire close black lens bracket, open black lens bracket soil close black lens bracket. In addition to the shadow imitation technique belonging to Yin Dan and the medical ninjutsu belonging to Yang Dan. If you count it like this, Shiyu already has 6 kinds of chakras nature transformation. If Tokiha is a master even with lightning attribute, then Konoha will be the 5th ninja with all attributes after Kakashi Senpai. When Gangziti said this, everyone understood it. Because Kakashi, Naruto, and people already know that Tokiha is the Grand Master of all attributes, so they are not very interested in it. They are not big, but Gangziti and Asuma are all curious. Even the opposite corner. The same is true, because he has only mastered the 5 basic attributes of chakra. Moreover, he did it with the help of secret art of resentment. But Shiyu, the latter is not only extremely talented, but may also be a ninja with all attributes. There are people who have 7 chakra attributes at the same time, but this kind of existence is absolutely unique. And even for ninjas with 7 chakra attributes, they will only choose a few of the attributes they are good at for refinement. Is not good at being a minor, and is generally not a grandmaster. But Shiyu, he can display 3 kinds of Kekkei Genkei, and 1 kind of blood continuing elimination, which is enough to show that he has already mastered the 4 basic attributes. Carrot. As for the extent of Yin Dun and Yang Dun, he doesn't know yet. Because Shiyu had not used the powerful ninjutsu of these 2 escape techniques in front of his eyes, shadow imitation technique couldn't see anything. And healing ninjutsu, Tokiyu has never used it. In the expectation of everyone, the answer will soon be revealed by Akatsuki. It wasn't the impatient Naruto, because he was still pondering what is Yin Dun and what is Yang Dun. 5 basic chakras. Therefore, Naruto still doesn't know about Akatsuki about Yin Dun and Yang Dun. And it was none other than Kakashi who was surprised to answer the steel question. As you think, Shiyu does have all the attributes. Also, it's still a grandmaster with all attributes. As soon as Kakashi said this, except for Naruto, who was ignorant, and Yamato, who had already been shocked, everyone else was shocked. Even horns are no exception. All attribute ninjas are 1 in a million, but all attributes and grandmasters are another concept. Chapter 448-No chance. Can you escape? Shikamaru, Asuma and others were deeply shocked when they learned that Tokiha was the grandmaster of all attributes. Obviously, they still underestimated Shiyu's pervert level. When they were so shocked, the opposite corner had already begun to retreat. At this moment, he no longer intends to fight with Shiyu and the others. Originally, the number of people on his side was not dominant, and Hidan's death made him almost injured and the possibility of victory. Now, after knowing Shiyu's evildoer, he knows that he has no chance of winning. If the battle continues, the result must be his defeat. This kind of unsuspenseful battle, Zhao, is obviously stupid enough to continue. Therefore, the aura on his body has begun to restrain himself, and he intends to run away when Shiyu and others are not paying attention. His small movements, Kakashi and others may not notice. After all, the latter is not completely out of the fighting state. Furthermore, Kakashi and others have not entered the Sage Mode cultivation state at this moment, so naturally they cannot perceive this detail. And because of the 100 Heroes Dragon Seal, Shiyu keeps his body in constant contact with nature, which is why his God-forbidden mind has been further improved. Just at the corner, when everyone was about to evacuate, Shiyu's voice also sounded slowly. Zhao, don't even think about running away. Hearing this, he was stunned for a moment, and he never thought that Shiyu could see through his mind. Obviously he hadn't made a move yet, but Shiyu was the first to notice it. Because of this, his fear of Shiyu deepened. Undoubtedly, Tokiyu is the opponent who has made him feel creepy so far. It was as if in the eyes of the latter, his own, was seen through. No secret, he doesn't know how Shiyu's strength compares to Hokage, but the aura he exudes from the latter is something he's never felt before. This kind of feeling, even if he faced the ninja, who was respected by the world back then, God. The open black lens bracket Senjuhashirama close black lens bracket has never been there either. Seen that the evaluation of Shiyu in his heart has reached an indescribable height. Little devil, I admit that I am not your opponent. But you want to keep me, but it's unlikely. Voice fell, the corner, the 2 puppet masks, behind the duo. It was directly integrated into his body. Next second, I saw that his body began to merge into the ground. Obviously this is his body's Doden Earth-style ninjutsu. To be precise, it is a kind of escape ninjutsu. Seeing this, Naruto immediately exclaimed. No, he's going to run away. This, Kakashi, Asuma and the others looked condensed, because it was too late to stop them at this distance. Qianzhao, too,'s attack made them hard to guard against. If it weren't for Yu, even the elite Jonin,'s would not be able to avoid losses. Otherwise, Asuma wouldn't have been in Hidan's hands the last time. After all, they still don't know if Ko-Do will have anything behind, so they are always on guard against Ko-Do's sneak attack. But what I didn't expect was that the latter chose to retreat at this moment, and, moreover, was so decisive. Damn. For this scene, Shikamaru spit out 2 unwilling words. In the blink of an eye. Zhao-Du's figure disappeared into the surface and disappeared from everyone's sight. Seeing this, everyone thought that they all escaped. But at this moment, a strange scene appeared. I saw the corner. The place where they all disappeared suddenly burst into a bright light, and this scene immediately attracted everyone's attention. But this is not the point. The point is that the corners that should have disappeared, they all appeared in their field of vision again. This scene has undoubtedly made everyone dumbfounded. Except for one person, he is Shiyu. Not for the others, because this scene is exactly his handwriting. Fei Lu reminds you, there are 3 things to study when reading. Chapter 449-4 Color Lotus Platform. The sky is full of gods. Looking at the corner, Du's figure slowly rose from the ground. Everyone's astonishment was also extremely depressed. What is going on in this scene in front of me? It's not only Kakashi and Shikamaru who have this idea at the moment, but also Kokaku, Todo himself. He had already cast Doden, Earth Style, to escape, but why did he return to his original position? But what shocked him the most was not this, but the unidentified object that radiated incomparably hot under his feet. It was a huge 4-color lotus pedestal with corners. The fiery meaning that everyone felt was from the lotus pedestal. Those little holes on the top radiate out. Undoubtedly, it is this 4-color lotus too. The horns are all held up from the ground. Other words, this 4-color lotus platform. It was planted before he escaped. If not, how could it be such a coincidence? And it is so. This 4-color lotus platform. It was Tokiyu who buried it before Ko-Do escaped, and the purpose was to prevent Ko-Do from escaping. A Cage-level class. The ninja wants to escape. It is very difficult to leave him if he does not arm in advance. 2 years ago. The reason why Orochimaru was able to escape was because Tashiyu at that time did not possess such heaven-defying strength. But now they can't talk at the same time. Not to mention the corner. 2. Even if the master Obito of time and space ninjutsu can't escape from Tokiyu's hands. All things have mutual restraint. In order to deal with the master ninjas of time and space ninjutsu, Tokiyu developed a kind of enchantment ninjutsu that can block space. In the enchantment he made, the space is banned. However, now this ninjutsu. Obviously not. Kakuo, Tokiha knows about Toki's ability, but the latter does not have any time and space ninjutsu from the master. 4-color lotus platform, under your feet. Zhao-Do suddenly had a feeling of unease in his heart. Just when his premonition just arose, Shiyu's voice also sounded. I said, you can't escape today. When Shiyu said these words, everyone was like. Originally, Kakashi and others didn't know what was going on. It seems that this scene must have something to do with Shiyu. At this moment, they seemed to understand the words that Yu put down. It turned out that Shiyu had already left behind, instead of talking nonsense. Hearing Shiyu's words, the Nz in Duo's heart is getting stronger and stronger. If these words came out of someone else's mouth, he might not believe it, but if it was Shiyu, he would have a reason to believe it. 4-color lotus platform, in front of you. Although he has been exuding endless enthusiasm, there is no next move. Obviously, this thing is obviously under the control of someone. If it is said that he unintentionally touched the prohibition left by a certain sage, it would have erupted at this moment, and it is impossible to have no eruption like it is now. Signs. He thought of this. Zhao all immediately changed his mind. Since you can't escape from the ground, you can use the blinking technique to escape from the ground. After he had an idea in his mind, Zhao, all immediately. Take action. Shoo! With a sound of breaking through the air, the figure of Zhao Du immediately disappeared in place, and jumped towards the depths of the dense forest behind. Seeing this, Kakashi gave a light drink. Can't let. He ran, chase. If the corners all use the Doden Earth-style technique to escape, there is a high probability that they will lose the direction of their pursuit. Unless you have a very anti-sky tracking technique. For example, Kiba's unusual sense of smell, the Byakugan of the Hyuga family, and the super perception ability like Karen. As Kakashi's voice fell, Asuma and the others were also ready to hunt. However, just when they were about to leave, they were stopped by a voice. Don't chase, he can't run. With the sound of this voice, the chakra that everyone's running stopped instantly. Immediately afterwards, those pair of eyes fell on Shiyu. Undoubtedly, it was Tokiyu who stopped them. Originally, they were curious about how Tokiyu stopped the corner who performed Doden Earth style, and escaped. All things were full of curiosity, but now the situation was urgent, and they didn't have time to ask more. But what they never expected was that at this moment, Shiyu stopped them who wanted to hunt down. If they hadn't seen Shiyu's endless methods, they would all wonder if the former was just bragging. Just as Kakashi and the others were about to ask questions, countless divine lights suddenly lit up in the surrounding heaven and earth. There are 4-color brilliance flowing in the divine light, which is extremely splendid. At this moment, the world seems to have been illuminated a little. But this is not the point is that everyone was shocked to find that dazzling, 4-colored god. Actually a piece of lotus petals. This scene is undoubtedly beyond everyone's expectations. Chapter 450-4 Lotus. Blood is banned. At this moment, this world is completely covered by the 4-colored gods. Shrouded. After careful observation of the surroundings, Kakashi and others found that the countless petals of the gods formed a 4-color lotus. At this time, this 4-color lotus in a state of bloom. The contraction of this 4-color lotus is slowly closing. This battle seems to include this world. But this is not the point is this 4-color lotus. The abilities he possesses are too astounding. 4-color lotus flower. It seems to be an eye-catching beauty, but it is actually a lotus of death that kills invisible. That God Mang lotus petal. Anything you touch while folded will be turned to ashes in the next second. Flowers, plants and trees, birds, beasts and insects chirping. All cannot escape this fate. It can be seen that this 4-color lotus. What kind of power does it contain? This powerful and suffocating ability is more terrifying than any blood-stain limit that Shiyu had previously used, and even the Jinten particle style that can turn anything into molecules. To be slightly inferior. This ninjutsu is completely beyond the existence of level. At this moment, a scream resounded in everyone's ears. Ah! This voice is not unfamiliar, everyone heard it once not long ago. And the master who made this sound is not, but possessed by the horn, the masked puppet monster, in the body. At this moment, everyone's eyes turned towards the source of the sound. There, they found the figure of Zhao Du. Not only that, there is a masked puppet in front of the latter at this time. Turned to ashes at a speed visible to the naked eye. Obviously, it is a substitute horn. They are all dead. Look at the Shinmang lotus petals that are still shrinking. At this moment, everyone finally believed what Shiyu said earlier. Zhao Du, I guess I really can't run today. Just when everyone was thinking like this, Zhao Du, who was the party involved, was extremely trembling. Wind attribute mask puppet, turned to ashes. His throat is not only rolling. Gulu, just now, because he sensed an approaching danger, he turned the mask puppet separate from your body. Otherwise, it is absolutely impossible for him to escape. Once his body completely touches the Godmang lotus petal. So, it's not as simple as a life. Also therefore. Corner at this time, all look. Still there, the shrinking, four-color lotus. His eyes filled with deep fear. Because this world has been covered by the four-color lotus. Covered, he seems to have no way out. The Godmang lotus petal. It is completely folded. It is estimated that it is his horn, when it is all ashes. Next second, Zhao Du's eyes froze. His eyes were fixed on the shrinking, Godmang lotus petal, in front of him. The chakra in the body condenses frantically. Obviously, he wants to try to break through this barrier. If not, all that awaits him is death. Boom! With one blow, Shenmang lotus petals. There was just a ripple, and then there was no more text. At this moment, Zhao Du's expression was extremely solemn. Boom, boom, he tried his best to keep trying, but the result still didn't change. Obviously, with his strength, it is impossible to break through this Godmang lotus petal. As already a mortal situation for him. After realizing this, Zhao Du let out a long sigh. Call. Immediately after. His eyes became again firmed up, swept away the previous fear. Lived for more than 90 years, and he has experienced many life and death battles. In fact, he is not afraid of death for a long time. The reason why he wanted to escape before. Not because he was greedy for life, but because he wanted to see with his own eyes the ultimate goal of the Akatsuki organization. After betraying his shinobi village, he lived alone in this cold and cruel world for decades. Zhao Du, there is no pursuit for a long time. Only the money. It can fill the emptiness in his heart. After all, that is his only hobby. If it wasn't for heavenly path pain to find him, I'm afraid he is still hunting ninjas with high bounties for money. Zhao, they all looked back at Shiyu, and then returned to the previous one. Four-color lotus terrace. Above. After a long silence, Zhao all finally spoke up. Can you tell me what kind of ninjutsu this is? See the corner. Du's attitude is not bad, and the latter will soon be in this four-color green lotus. Turn to ashes. Shiyu didn't hide anything about this. Anyway, Naruto and the others will ask later. While everyone was waiting, the corners of Shiyu's mouth moved, and then slowly spit out 4 words. Blood follower ban. Chapter 441 _ The technique of burning and annihilating the embers of the sky. Blood follower ban. Hearing these 4 words, everyone was stunned. They know Kekkei Genkai, blood G elimination, but this blood G ban is the first time they have heard of it. Not only Kakashi et al., but also Kokaku, it's the same. But everyone is not stupid. This blood G ban should have something to do with Kekkei Genkai and blood G elimination. This, Shikamaru also asked. Shiyu, is this blood G ban a ninjutsu that surpasses blood G elimination? When Shikamaru said this, everyone pricked up their ears. Obviously, they think so too. No way, who called this four-color lotus in front of you? Too pervert. Next second. In the expectant gaze of everyone, Shiyu also nodded. Not bad. This ninjutsu is a brand new ninjutsu created by combining the 4 attributes of wind, water, fire, and earth. As for the power of this technique, you must have seen it. As for the name, Shueiji Ban, it's normal that you haven't heard of it, because it was named by me. As Shiyu's voice fell, needles could be heard throughout the battlefield, only the Shenmang lotus petal, that was still shrinking. Although they guessed the result, after getting Shiyu's confirmation, there was still an undisguised shock on their faces. Fusion of 4 types of chakra, this is something that you can't even think about. Not to mention 4, even if you combine 2, they will not get it. When Kekkei Genkai came at his fingertips, Blood G eliminated said that he would go to school. Of blood continuing ban has appeared. Shiyu named the ninjutsu that combines the 4 attributes of chakra, and everyone thought it was reasonable. After all, the former is the first person to do it. Of course, 6 Paths Immortals may have done it thousands of years ago, but the latter is just a legend in the eyes of the world. So, there was no such thing at that time. Like open black lens bracket Kekkei Genkei close black lens bracket and open black lens bracket Bloodji elimination close black lens bracket are named later, so Shiyu has the absolute qualification to name it. Just in the midst of everyone's astonishment, Zhao Du's voice also sounded slowly. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it. I was able to witness a miracle in my lifetime, to die without regrets, to die without regrets. After some muttering, Zhao Du's eyes turned to Shiyu again, and the corners of his pale lips moved again. Originally, I thought that the one who killed Sasori was Chiyo of Sunagakure village, but now it seems that the one who really contributed should be you. Open black lens bracket Deidara close black lens bracket let's be careful of a open black lens bracket Uzumaki Naruto close black lens bracket. I didn't expect both of us to fall into your hands. It seems that Itachi didn't lie last time. You are indeed a strong opponent. The last time Aikyo Shukaku was sealed, it was Itachi and Oni Shark to resist Tokiha and others who came to rescue. At that time, it was Itachi who met Shiyu, but the latter obviously didn't hold Shiyu for too long. After the Itachi of Elephant Turning Body was defeated, he said to be careful of a boy named Takagawa Tokiha. Original corner. Everyone thinks that open black lens bracket Itachi close black lens bracket is deliberately throwing water for the sake of the latter being open black lens bracket Konoha close black lens bracket ninja, but now it seems that is not the case. Wasn't Itachi that released water at the beginning, but Shiyu. Too strong. Please download Feilu. Chapter 452_Art Showdown. Bakuten explosion style. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, Zhao, I wouldn't have believed it. A 16-year-old boy could be so evil, and he did something unprecedented. Blood after the ban. After Zhao Du's words, the Godmang lotus petals, gradually shrinking from all directions, has reached its limit. Next second. The original, 4-color lotus, as large as 100 feet. It has become the size of Jiangsu, and even the lotus platform on the ground. It also shrinks accordingly. Sensing that death was approaching, Zhao both spit out the last words of this life. Takikawa Tokiha, I'm convinced that I lose. As the voice of the call fell, the 4-color lotus flower, the size of Zhang Xu. It is the speed that can be seen by the naked eye that shrinks rapidly, and the angle, all was incinerated into nothingness by the energy in it at that moment. So far, the undead duo. All fall in 4-color lotus. When it shrinks to a small point and disappears, the space seems to be distorted. Immediately after, the incomparably powerful energy was also annihilated, and the world finally calmed down. Everyone looks at the 4-color lotus. I stared at the disappearing position for a long time. Apparently, they haven't recovered from Koku's death. One move is to kill Zhao, all 3 lives, directly cutting off the latter's way of life. It can be seen how strong this Feng Dun is. And just when everyone was immersed in shock, the long-lost voice of the system finally rang. Ding! The task of killing the undying duo has been completed. With the sound of this prompt from the system, Shiyu knew that the character of the 6th reward had been completed halfway. Then the next task is the first one. This task is also related to the open black lens bracket Akatsuki close black lens bracket organization. This time the target is the fish that slipped through the net last time. Bakuten explosion style imp, open black lens bracket Deidara close black lens bracket. But this time, mission wasn't for him to kill Deidara, but to convince the latter in art. Mission to art. Defeat Deidara. Seeing this task, Shiyu couldn't help feeling a little fortunate. Gaara, last time, did not easily put Deidara. Killed. If not, this task may not appear. But if it still appears, it's not impossible. After all, there are ninjutsu techniques that can bring the dead back to life, the most typical ones being open black lens bracket and pure world reincarnation close black lens bracket and open black lens bracket Rinne Tensai, samsara of heavenly life close black lens bracket. If it really goes that far, Shiyu will only use open black lens bracket and pure world reincarnation close black lens bracket. As for open black lens bracket Rinne Tensai, samsara of heavenly life close black lens bracket, he would never use it in Deidara. On the body. First of all, he has not opened Rinnegan yet. Secondly, this is undoubtedly asking for trouble. As for the so-called art in the task, Shiyu already knew it in his heart. Open black lens bracket Sasori close black lens bracket, S art as puppet. While the art of open black lens bracket Deidara close black lens bracket as explosion. The last time he made open black lens bracket Sasori close black lens bracket impressed with open black lens bracket golden secret technique thousands of dharma signs close black lens bracket, this time he obviously used the same method to make open black lens bracket Deidara close black lens bracket prostrate. Open black lens bracket Deidara close black lens bracket although called Bakuden explosion style kid. But he does not know the so-called open black lens bracket Bakuden, explosion style close black lens bracket open black lens bracket Kekkei Genkei close black lens bracket. His ninjutsu explodes entirely because he uses special clay. When chewing in the mouth with both hands, earth attribute chakra is incorporated into it, making it an explosive clay. This clay. He called it detonating clay. Exclamation mark. This is how he can make clay. The key to the explosion. Chapter 453 The name of hunting. Looking forward to returning. After knowing the contents of Akatsuki's mission, Shiyu's heart at the moment is praying, Deidara. Don't meet Sasuke for now. He really wants to use impure world reincarnation. Because with Sasuke's current strength, Deidara is definitely not the latter's opponent. Not to mention one of the advantages of open black lens bracket lightning close black lens bracket conquering open black lens bracket earth close black lens bracket, Deidara alone is too much to bear. His left eye. Due to the long-term concentration of chakra practice, the pupils are reduced, and it can be immune to demonic illusion of Sharingan. Demonic illusion, after the strengthening of open black lens bracket Mangekyo Sharingan close black lens bracket. That might not be able to stop it. This is the original, Deidara. By Ferret. To practice desperately without being reconciled after a second kill is used to restrain open black lens bracket Sharingan close black lens bracket. As for using art. Defeat, Deidara. Shiyu had already thought about the method. The latter can't Bakuden explosion style but he will. Speaking of Bakuden explosion style, such a number one person did appear in the ninja world. Its name, open black lens bracket hunting close black lens bracket. The latter, like Deidara, is a ninja of open black lens bracket Iwagakure village in the land of earth close black lens bracket. Apart from that, he also has another identity, that is, the captain of Iwagakure village demolition squad. But it is a pity that he is already dead. When Shiyu was thinking about it, Asuma and the others finally recovered from their shock. Shiyu, you are better than I thought. Asuma's eyes were full of admiration between the words, without a trace of adulteration. When he learned that Tokiyu had mastered Tsunade's medical ninjutsu, he guessed that Tokiyu was not easy. And when he learned that the Sage Art Scroll was created by Tokiyu himself, it was enough to prove the evildoer. But what he didn't expect is that Master Shiyu has many kinds of open black lens bracket Kekkei Genkei close black lens bracket, and even stronger open black lens bracket blood succession elimination close black lens bracket. Now, I have even realized that blood continuing ban, and so on. Such a monstrous talent is undoubtedly the first person I have seen. This is not only Asuma alone. People's thoughts, everyone present has the same thoughts. The only difference is that Kakashi, Naruto, and Yamato already thought so. Also therefore, everyone nodded to Asuma's words. As for why Tokyo was able to use Shikamaru's shadow imitation technique before, they also had an answer. Although it is said that this technique is a secret technique of the open black lens bracket Nara clan close black lens bracket, it is just a kind of open black lens bracket yin escaped close black lens bracket. Shiyu was able to learn the powerful open black lens bracket Jinten particle style close black lens bracket such as open black lens bracket blood G elimination close black lens bracket, and even created a stronger open black lens bracket blood G ban Fen Yun close black lens bracket. Then it is obviously not difficult to learn his shadow imitation technique. After all, Shiyu has seen him perform it more than once. He can still learn the ninjutsu he has never seen before, let alone seeing it with his own eyes. I saw people staring at me all the time. Rao Shiyu really enjoys this feeling of being admired, but after watching it for a long time, it will feel awkward. 7 people in front of me are all big men, not beauties. As soon as I thought of this, Shiyu also hurriedly said, "Now that the undead duo have all been killed, we should return to our lives." Hearing this, everyone nodded. Even though their eyes shifted from Shiyu at the moment, the shock in their hearts lingered. No way. The strength Shiyu showed was too pervert, it can be said that he left an indelible mark on their hearts. Azumo. Send a message to tell the rest of the squad that the undead duo has been slaughtered and have them all return to Konoha. Kamizuki Azumo nodded, and immediately took action. After a while, everyone was surrounded by Shiyu, but a trace of tension could be seen in the eyes of Shikamaru and Asuma. To be more precise, it is an expectation. The reason is very simple. At this moment, Shiyu is going to use the Hiraishin technique to bring them back to Konoha together. Chapter 454 The Choice of 4 Generations. The Country of the Vortex. In the messy forest, 8 figures stand slowly, and Kakashi and other 7 people join hands with Tokyo at the center. Naruto, Kakashi, Yamato 3 are very calm about this, because they have been through it. But Shikamaru, Asuma, Gangzitai and Kamizuki Azumo 4, but their eyes are full of anticipation. Undoubtedly, they all tried it. Although second generation Hokage was the founder of Hiraishin's art, the latter died early and they could not see him perform this ninjutsu. Time has passed, decades have passed. Open black lens bracket Namikaze Minato close black lens bracket turned out, so that they were fortunate to see the style of this open black lens bracket time and space ninjutsu close black lens bracket. But unfortunately, very few people have personally experienced that. The feeling of traveling through space. And Kakashi is one of those very few people. After all, 4th Hokage is his teacher. Although Asuma is the son of 3 Hokage, he has never experienced it. After all, it was a time of war. However, when everything settled down, when he wanted to experience it, 4th generation had already sacrificed for the future of the ninja world. Originally open black lens bracket Namikaze Minato close black lens bracket could not die at all, but he chose this path for 3 reasons. First, open black lens bracket Kyubi Nine Tails close black lens bracket was forcibly pulled away. Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Kushina close black lens bracket was sure to die. I don't want the latter to go away alone. Second, he saw the power of open black lens bracket Obito close black lens bracket and knew that someone was planning a shocking conspiracy behind it. But he thought he couldn't stop it with his own strength, so he entrusted this burden to his son. Third, it is not difficult to stop open black lens bracket Kyubi Nine Tails close black lens bracket from destroying open black lens bracket Konoha close black lens bracket. But if you want open black lens bracket Konoha close black lens bracket to keep possessing open black lens bracket Kyubi Nine Tails close black lens bracket, the only way is to seal it. After all, he is not open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara close black lens bracket Hashirama close black lens bracket. can't control open black lens bracket QB, Ninetales close black lens bracket like these two. Former relies on open black lens bracket Sharingan close black lens bracket, the latter relies on open black lens bracket Mokuden, wood style close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Obito close black lens bracket. Although he can be psychic, he cannot completely control open black lens bracket QB, Ninetales close black lens bracket like open black lens bracket Madara close black lens bracket. And that spiritual art, or Madara, taught him. When open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara close black lens bracket and open black lens bracket Senju Hashirama close black lens bracket were in a decisive battle, they found open black lens bracket QB, Ninetales close black lens bracket in advance and forcibly signed a psychic blood contract with them. The reason why Sharingan of Obito is weaker than ordinary is very simple. 2 words. Pupil power. Exclamation mark. Each open black lens bracket Uchiha clan close black lens bracket after awakening open black lens bracket Sharingan close black lens bracket will cause pupil power due to its own physical quality, talent level, and blood concentration of varying strengths. Like open black lens bracket Uchiha Shisui close black lens bracket and open black lens bracket Uchiha Itachi close black lens bracket, their use of open black lens bracket Sharingan close black lens bracket is a few blocks away from people of the same family. This is also one of the reasons why they are top geniuses. As for the pupil power of open black lens bracket Obito close black lens bracket and open black lens bracket Madara close black lens bracket, the gap is not limited to these, because the latter's Sharingan has reached the level of eternal Mangekyo. The superposition of 2 pairs of open black lens bracket Mangekyo Sharingan close black lens bracket, open black lens bracket Obito close black lens bracket is naturally incomparable. This can be seen from the fact that only open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara close black lens bracket can use open black lens bracket perfect Susanoo close black lens bracket. Because if you want to control such a huge chakra and keep it stable, you need a strong enough pupil power. Blessing. Open black lens bracket Namikaze Minato close black lens bracket. I know that not everyone is suitable for the container of open black lens bracket QB, Ninetales close black lens bracket. Otherwise, open black lens bracket Uzumaki Kushina close black lens bracket will not be selected. Also, there are some unknown secrets. The ninja world was full of wars, and the Vortex country was a small country mixed between Fire country and other powerful countries. But because it is an alliance with open black lens bracket Konoha close black lens bracket, this is the main reason why it brings the disaster of destroying the country. After all, the other powerful countries at that time were all lying open black lens bracket Konoha close black lens bracket. Although open black lens bracket Kingdom of Vortex close black lens bracket was destroyed, there are still people who are still exposed. Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Nagato close black lens bracket and open black lens bracket Uzumaki Karen close black lens bracket is the best proof. And open black lens bracket Konoha close black lens bracket will try his best to find the escaped open black lens bracket Uzumaki clan close black lens bracket clan, except that they are one of the alliance relationship. Another important factor is the QB Ninetales container. Chapter 455 _ The ghouls are sealed. Yin Yang QB Ninetales. Everyone knows that not just anyone can be a tailed beast container. After each ninja village gets the tailed beast, they will try a lot, and finally seal the tailed beast on a suitable person. And every time you try, the village pays an extremely expensive price. Time and money aside, the key is that it is very likely that many innocent lives will be paid as the price. Therefore, the tailed beast container selection is very strict. Some ninja villages even start to cultivate some excellent ninjas from a young age in order to minimize the cost. And open black lens bracket Konoha close black lens bracket. The first successful experiment body came from open black lens bracket Uzumaki clan close black lens bracket of open black lens bracket Uzumaki country close black lens bracket, she is open black lens bracket Uzumaki Mito close black lens bracket wife of open black lens bracket first Hokage close black lens bracket. Uzumaki clan, in addition to the huge chakra inherent in their bodies, they are also good at various powerful, sealing techniques. The Ghoul's Sealed is created by this clan. Fourth Hokage sealed Kyuubi, Ninetales, into Naruto's body because the blood of the Uzumaki clan flows in the latter's body, but considering at that time, Naruto was just a newborn baby. So, he used the forbidden technique of the dead ghosts to strip half of the Kyuubi, Ninetales, soul. In fact, this half of the Kyuubi, Ninetales, soul. There is still a saying. Tailed beast is the aggregate of chakra, the product created by six paths immortal with yin-yang escape. Open black lens bracket yin-dun close black lens bracket represents spiritual power. Open black lens bracket yangdun close black lens bracket represents physical power. And open black lens bracket namikaze minato close black lens bracket was taking this into consideration when sealing open black lens bracket Kyuubi, Ninetales close black lens bracket, so open black lens bracket yin Kyuubi, Ninetales close black lens bracket is taken away. The reason he did this is simple. Open black lens bracket Seiyan Kyuubi, Ninetales close black lens bracket is physical power. The aggregate of will greatly enhance the life of Naruto. Life force. Simply put, resilience. Naruto has amazing healing power since he was a child, except that he has the bloodline of open black lens bracket Uzumaki 1. Because of this close black lens bracket open black lens bracket young Kyuubi, Ninetales close black lens bracket. It is precisely because the physique of the Uzumaki clan is suitable for being a tailed beast container. Therefore, after open black lens bracket Uzumaki Mito close black lens bracket, open black lens bracket Uzumaki Kushina close black lens bracket also naturally became the second open black lens bracket Kyuubi, Ninetales person Jinchuriki column force close black lens bracket. This is also the reason why open black lens bracket fourth Hokage close black lens bracket dared to seal open black lens bracket Kyuubi, Ninetales close black lens bracket in Naruto's body. He firmly believed that with Naruto's special physique and his own sealing technique, there would be absolutely no problem in letting the latter endure half of Kyuubi, Ninetales. And it turned out that he succeeded. In the expectations of Asuma and Shikamaru, Shiyu did not delay. With the movement of his thoughts, the group instantly disappeared from this messy battlefield. Next second. Konoha, Hokage House. 8 figures suddenly appeared in the square on the top floor, and it was Shiyu 8 people 8. Looking at the familiar environment in front of them, Shikamaru, Asuma, and the others were also stunned. The familiar street, the noisy crowd. Let them know the reality of what is in front of them, that they are not dreaming. It's back. At this moment, an unbelievable word came out of Shikamaru's mouth. He had only heard of the Hiraishin art, but he didn't know what it was like. Not only him, but also Gangzitai and Kamizuki Izumo. Although they have been ninjas for more than 10 years, compared to Kakashi and Asuma's generation, they are still too young. When 4th generation died, they had not graduated yet. Chapter 456 inches ab, combination. Kanabi Bridge. After experiencing the art of Hiraishin, Shikamaru and the other 4 also had a look of envy in their eyes. This ninjutsu is really outstanding. First, it is absolutely impossible to escape. Second, it is no problem to hurry. Third, it can catch the opponent by surprise. In short, the advantages of this technique are indeed outstanding. At this moment, Shikamaru and the others finally understood why the name Namikaze Minato was feared by other shinobi villages. Konoha 46 years. Of the disappearance of the 3rd generation of Kazekage, the 3rd ninja war broke out. This fuse can be said to be caused by open black lens bracket Sasori close black lens bracket. In this battle, open black lens bracket Minato close black lens bracket first, combined with open black lens bracket Kumogakure village close black lens bracket. There was a war. The so-called combination. is the 4th generation Hokage that open black lens bracket killer B close black lens bracket and open black lens bracket I close black lens bracket have not yet succeeded. This battle, the two sides ended in a tie. But it was also because this battle, 4th Hokage admitted that Minato's speed was above his own, so the latter was known as the fastest speed in the ninja world. Immediately after. Open black lens bracket Namikaze Minato close black lens bracket at Canopy Bridge. In the first battle, the Hiraishin's art was brought to the ultimate, thus completely ending the Third Ninja War. This is where the name Yellow Flash comes from. Undoubtedly, all of this is inextricably linked to the art of Hiraishin. After Asuma's group of 4 was briefly shocked, Tokiyu's voice also sounded slowly. Kakashi, Sensei, Asuma Sensei, Captain Yamato. The report to Grandma Tsunade will be handed over to you. We were waiting for you at the barbecue shop earlier. Shiyu and the others set off right after they were in Death Forest, and they didn't even have time to eat lunch. Although the previous battle did not take much chakra, I was a little hungry. Words. Kakashi's trio 3 were also slightly taken aback. Immediately, the 3 of them looked at each other with a smile. Now that this task has been satisfactorily completed, it is reasonable to go and eat a good meal. Eat barbecue, good. The Naruto who heard the words exclaimed because he hadn't had a big meal for a long time. Seeing this, Kakashi also said. Okay, then you go first. Kakashi's answer, Tokyu looked at Shikamaru and the others. Let's go. Shikamaru, Gangzitai and Kamizuki Izumo's 3-person proposal is meaningless to Tokiha's proposal. And just as they left, Shiyu said again. Asuma-sensei, please this meal. Asuma, who heard the words, was stunned for a moment, and then a deep smile appeared on his face. No problem. Just open it up and eat, and we'll take a bath together after eating. Then it's settled. Voice fell. Shiyu, along with Naruto and Shikamaru 4, slowly disappeared from the sight of Asuma 3. Seeing the figures of 5 people 5 gradually disappear, Asuma couldn't help but ask. Kakashi, how do you feel about having such a student? Asuma knew very well why Shiyu had just said this and called him a treat. It seemed like he was cheating on his senior, but in fact Shiyu wanted to take this opportunity to let Asuma express it simply. In this way, the latter doesn't need to say those polite words. Not only is Shiyu extremely talented, but his emotional intelligence is far superior to ordinary people, so excellent that he can compare them all. Be precise, they have already dumped them for several streets. Such an age, such strength, and such a disposition are rare in the world. He was put on the stall by Kakashi. Should he be happy or depressed? Fei Lu reminds you, there are 3 things to study when reading. Chapter 457 Tip of the Iceberg. A blast of thunder. Kakashi, how do you feel about having such a student? Hearing Asuma's words, Kakashi smiled faintly, and then answered the former's question. I was in the same situation as you at the beginning, because Shiyu's performance was unexpected every time. However, now I'm used to it. May I remind you that what you see now is just the tip of his iceberg. When you really know his evildoer, you will be as calm as I am. Asuma's expression was startled. Those steady eyes showed a deep shock in an instant, and they all couldn't believe Kakashi's words. If Toshiyu and the undead duo, the strength shown in the first battle is only a small part of it, then how strong is the latter's real combat power? We need to know that Shiyu used Kekkei Jinkei and blood continuity elimination before, and surpassed both. The open black lens bracket blood successor ban close black lens bracket. The first kind is rarely seen in the ninja world, and the second kind is rare in the ninja world, and is almost extinct. As for the third type, it is even more unheard of. But that's it, Kakashi said that this is just the tip of the iceberg shown by Tokyu. Wouldn't this shock him? It's not easy for a ninja to develop a representative escape technique that belongs to him in his life, both of which are rare geniuses. As for the 3, they are definitely demon-level existences. But obviously, Shiyu has already surpassed this range. But now Kakashi is telling him that Shiyu is more pervert than he thought. Asuma couldn't understand it, but Yamato on the side knew it. During the time he spent with Shiyu, he saw Shiyu's pervert. Not to mention Sharingan and immortal style. Just because he is proud of it, the former is all at your fingertips. Visible. Bloodstain limit, how worthless it is in Shiyu's hands. Coupled with the undead duo, he has a deeper understanding of Shiyu. In his opinion, Tokiyu might have mastered all Kekkei Genkai. Not only those that exist in the ninja world today, but there may also be some that don't exist. Fendun is the best example. In addition, there is also Shiyu who has managed to connect with the three holy lands at the same time. Signed the spiritual blood contract. In the eyes of ordinary people, everything is an amazing feat that is impossible to accomplish, but in the hands of the latter, it is so easy. But that's not the point. The point is that now Shiyu is just a teenager who can reach the age of 16. Such an age, such an achievement. This is not a demon, or what is it? After a while. The office, a thunderstorm suddenly sounded. What blood follower ban? It was none other than Konoha's 5th generation Hokage, Senju Tsunade, who sent this surprise. When she heard the news that Hidan and Zhao, both were beheaded, which shows how unbelievable it is to combine the 4 types of chakra. Tsunade is still like this, and Shizune standing next to him is even more shocked. Both of them know that Tokiyu's strength is not what it used to be, otherwise, it would be impossible to kill Orochimaru. Such existence. It's just that what they didn't expect was that Shiyu had grown to such a level that not only easily killed the undead duo. There are many kinds of master open black lens bracket Kekkei Genkai close black lens bracket. They take it for granted, even if it is open black lens bracket blood continuing elimination close black lens bracket, they can accept it. But the self-created blood following ban completely exceeded their expectations. Chapter 458-Bounty Hunter. Deidara and Obito. Today, Shiyu and his party had a great time eating at the barbecue restaurant, and in addition to the 8 of them, many people came later. Choji and Ino are 2 of them. In the face of such delicacies, Choji is obviously impossible to let go. At the dinner table, when the others learned that it was Shiyu, the immortal duo, the one-handed kill was also incomparably astonished. Especially when they heard that Shiyu actually had Kekkei Genkai and Blood G elimination, as well as his own creation of Blood G ban. Choji and the others all grew their mouths in astonishment. With a dull look on his face, he couldn't come back to his senses for a long time. Before, they only thought that Shiyu was very powerful, but they didn't expect that Shiyu's strength was completely beyond their imagination. Although they didn't see the power of Hidan and Kaku, too, with their own eyes, from the fact that the 2 were able to seriously wound Asuma, it can be seen that the 2 are by no means easygoing. Again, that the 2 of them can be recruited into the Akatsuki organization is enough to prove that they have good abilities. Immediately after, Asuma didn't break his promise, and after a full meal, he took everyone to warm Izumi. Today, he was destined to bleed heavily today. But compared to being able to save a life, everything is worth it. This night is destined to be a happy one. After this large-scale mission, Konoha's defense has also become more stringent. First, to prevent Akatsuki from sending people to attack Naruto secretly. Second, to be afraid that when a ruthless person like Kokatsuki appears, he will hunt down the ninjas on the bounty list at every turn. You know, almost every Jonin is a bounty. Through land. And Asuma. After this incident, we have to be cautious. For every village, every Jonin is a mainstage Jinchuriki column. Every time you lose one, the strength of the village will be reduced. One may not have much impact, but 3. And even more. So they have to pay attention to it and kill this possibility completely in the cradle. After all, there are many wandering ninjas who also like to go to the underworld to accept this kind of reward mission. There is a special name for people who do this, called bounty hunters. Exclamation mark. That night, when he got home, Shiyu didn't do anything extra, but just raised his head and fell asleep. After some eating, drinking and playing, the coolest thing is to have a good night's sleep. The next day, Shiyu took a look at Anko, who was still on the mission, and found that there was nothing unusual about the latter, so he was relieved. As for the avatar left behind, it still continues to guard. Only after the latter returned to Konoha safely, can Tokyo be completely at ease. After all, Anko at this time is estimated to have a hard time concentrating. In case of a fight with those ninjas who came to assassinate, it will definitely suffer a big loss. Therefore, Shiyu must protect his safety. No way, who told me to put someone to sleep? After confirming that Anko's side was okay, Tokiyu's mind also fell on the first task of the system. Deidara. Looks like it's time to meet Sasuke and the others. Shiyu knew that now open black lens bracket Deidara close black lens bracket should have formed a new duo with open black lens bracket Afei close black lens bracket, who is actually open black lens bracket Obito close black lens bracket. Their first mission should be to find Orochimaru. The purpose is to kill the latter. However, they should have learned the news of Orochimaru's fall by now. Since it was rumored that Sasuke killed Orochimaru, they still didn't know that the real killer who killed Orochimaru was Tokiwa. But this does not prevent them from targeting Sasuke. Because open black lens bracket Obito close black lens bracket wants to recruit in Sasuke for his use. Therefore, they will definitely find Sasuke. Fei Lu reminds you. Chapter 459 Inches Snake, Squad. Goodbye Karen. You calculated the time, it was still some time before Kurenai Yuhi's birthday. In which he will, Deidara. After the matter is done, it is not a problem to put your mind on this matter at all. Because he was going out for a while, Tokiha left a clone in Konoha. First, he didn't want too much to know what he was going to do. Otherwise, Naruto's character would definitely go with him. Even if he could persuade the latter to stay, it would still take a lot of words. Furthermore, he had to explain to Kakashi and Tsunade what he probably lost when he went out this time, and it would be nonsense. He is very good at this kind of things, but not when it is absolutely necessary. He does not want to spend more time. Moreover, time waits for no one. Maybe when he was arguing with Tsunade and others, Deidara had already been solved by Sasuke, which would not be worth the loss. After some comprehensive consideration, Shiyu decided to leave in secret. After having an idea, Shiyu didn't hesitate in the slightest, and immediately took action. After everything was ready, he just cast the Horaitian technique and disappeared into his home. At the same time, in the forest thousands of miles away, 4 figures are walking in it. At this time, the 4 of them are all wearing gray robes, and they are going to the place where Akatsuki once set foot to collect information. Didn't Shiyu say that he will come to see us every once in a while? It's been almost half a month since the last time, why are you still here? Not anyone else who is complaining, it's liking Vortex Karen. It's been more than a month since they and Tokiyu were separated, and it's been more than half a month since the distance to see them. Obviously, if there is no special important thing, it is naturally impossible to always run towards Sasuke. It doesn't take long to even go back and forth, but this. He might have to stay overnight in the wild for a few days. Even if he is a master Mokuden, wood style, forge and shuriki, column techniques, but in the wild there is no comfortable sleeping at home. Besides, there are Sasuke, Suzuki, and Shigego 3 light bulbs on the side. He's not good at flirting with Karen either. Instead of that, it's better to get those pretty flowers of Konoha first. Facts have proved that his choice is correct. In this more than a month, he has successfully picked 1 flower. And the second flower has also been tightly held in his hand, and it is only a matter of time before picking. Needless to say, this first flower is Anko. And the second one, of course, is Kurenai Yuhi! Exclamation mark. Just as Karen's complaints fell, a figure suddenly appeared beside Sasuke. With the appearance of this figure, Karen's beautiful eyes suddenly burst into excitement, with different colors. It wasn't someone else who suddenly appeared, it was Tokyo. After learning the identity of the visitor, not only Karen's eyes were bright at this moment, but even Sasuke III was a little excited. Sasuke was the first to speak. Shiyu, you are here. Shiyu nodded, then said, I have collected some information about open black lens bracket Akatsuki close black lens bracket. Maybe it will be helpful for you to find open black lens bracket Itachi close black lens bracket. Having said that, this is obviously not Tokyo's real purpose. Of course, he couldn't directly tell Sasuke 4 that he was waiting for Deidara. It will be delivered to your door automatically. So, I just made an excuse. However, this excuse is naturally tenable. Because they came from the one in the Nation of Fire Bounty Exchange Office. The steward interrogated some information there, some information about Coke, do. Chapter 460-4-tailed Jinchuriki Column Force. The Will of God. After some conversation. 4 of Sasuke to a small town in Taki no country, where is the corner, the place where money is hidden. Corner, have been, bounty hunters, for decades. Of course he is rich. Naturally, it is impossible for him to carry such a huge amount of money with him, so he centrally manages all the money. Moreover, there are also special guards. When Shiyu and his group of 5 headed towards the town, there was a new movement in Amegakure village which is thousands of miles away. 2 days later, Itachi and Oni came to Amegakure village with the 4-tailed Jinchuriki, column Li Laozi, ready to start a new round of sealing. 2 tails and 3rd tails were sealed last time. 4 tails Monkey King had already been captured. But because of the long distance, I didn't have time to seal them together. So there were 3 days in between. Seeing Itachi and Oni, the voice of open black lens bracket pane close black lens bracket also sounded slowly. Okay, everyone is here. However, upon hearing this, Itachi and the others were all stunned. Because at this time, including him and the ghost shark, there are only 7 people. Aware of this, the ghost shark was the first to ask. No, I didn't see Hidan and the angle. Hearing this, open black lens bracket pane close black lens bracket was silent for a while, and then replied. Those 2 were killed. Words of open black lens bracket pane close black lens bracket, Itachi, Oni Shark and Deidara were all stunned. Except for the 3 of them, the other 4 of them already knew. Nagato, Kokusu, Ju and Obito, can be said to be the core members of open black lens bracket Akatsuki close black lens bracket. After being slightly startled, the ghost shark suddenly smiled. That's right. I didn't expect that pair of zombies to die. Let's see how they died. In fact, not only the ghost shark has this idea, but also the other 6 people. They have some knowledge of Hidan and Angle's abilities, both of which can be called undead duo. Naturally, it has extraordinary abilities. Although there is no real fight between them, but they must admit the strength of the 2. Able to successfully hunt tailed beasts. The guy obviously can't get there. Open black lens bracket pane close black lens bracket. After hearing what the ghost shark said, he also retorted. Ghost shark, how can you say that to your comrade? His words sounded like he was paying attention to his companions, but there was not much fluctuation in his tone. Open black lens bracket pane close black lens bracket. The reason for this is very simple. He attaches great importance to his companions, that's right. But now in his eyes, there is only one real companion. That's Shao Nan! Exclamation mark. Since Yahiko died, Nagato's heart has completely cooled down, and only in the face of Shao Nan. When there is a hint of warmth. Because of that, Nagato, at this time, it has been blackened. When the closest companion, Yahiko, His heart changed when he was betrayed by a dirty deal in the ninja world. Summoning Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, is the beginning. Later, instigated and misled by Obito, he was born as a god, above all living beings. Mentality. So from then on, he always referred to God. The will to settle whatever he deems unreasonable. Also therefore, he is on the way to make the world at peace, by the original Jiraiya. Teaching with understanding and love, instead of violence to solve violence. He believes that peace must be cherished by letting people experience pain, so he said, "Let the world feel your pain," when destroying Konoha. Needless to say, Nagato at this time has been taken over by his own god. Controlled by the will. So much so that in the later battle of Omegakure village, Nagato will not take into account the friendship between master and apprentice, let Jiraiya. Also became a victim of the Six Paths Pain arbitration world. Because he is very clear. If the latter is alive, he will surely become his, conquer the world. A big obstacle on the road.